while I'm doing it, I'm going to real quick run through my PS2 collection because I don't know if there's anything new or not that I haven't shown, so I'm just going to run through it. Yeah. First off, a music game that's very interesting. At a follow beat, it's kind of like a really early rock band, but yet not. You're a DJ. It's Frequency. Some of the house mixes on there are really cool, and some of the music that they have up there you just can't get anymore. So it's pretty cool. It's different. You got to check it out, but really hard too if you go on like the pro level DJs you excel because you got to spin it different ways and use the joystick to try and DJ it out, I guess you would say. Really recommend it though. Kind of funny because I didn't have any of these. I had one, sold it, and then like a bunch of people started giving me things, and I never bought one of these. Let's put it that way. Never bought one, and I got them. Was given to them, or was given them. Yeah. So Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Grand Theft Auto takes place in the 80s. It's kind of like got a Scarface feel to it. Really fun game. Really open world. The soundtrack's awesome. I mean, you're on a boat. It's Grand Theft Auto. You can do whatever you want. My personal favorite of the Grand Theft Autos would be San Andreas. This game was the bomb. I want to say it started off in the 1990s, if I'm not mistaken. It was like 92, 93 maybe, but it takes place in San Andreas, in a fictional city, I believe. 5 years ago, Carl. Yeah, you get out of jail and then you start back on the crime ring. I mean, great story, just like Vice City, but I mean, San Andreas was my personal favorite out of all the Grand Theft Autos, and I can't remember when this one doesn't have. So I got this one, regular, and then I have this one, which I believe I had double disc in here at one point because they gave me it. So I have like 3 copies of San Andreas, but I sold one of the discs because it didn't even work. Then I take that back. I did buy one Grand Theft Auto game just to kind of complete it, and this is one of not my really favoriteest one, if that's a word, but the same concept missions. You know, Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. This is I think the last one that was released in the PS2 and like Xbox generation, if it was even released on the Xbox. But it wasn't as good as San Andreas, and nor was it as good as Vice City. But it's okay. What else we got here? Okay, we'll go. Oh, here we go. Here's another. I'm just gonna do it. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, another copy, and yet another copy of Vice City. So I think that is it for them. Okay, another game that I was actually given out of another lot because the guy just gave it to me. Why not? Dead to Rights. So you're an operative and you have a dog named Shadow, and you kind of control the dog a little bit here and there. Different game for sure. You're a good cop, and then you want to say you turn or something like that because somebody kills somebody you know or something like that. But really interesting. And I made a couple spin-offs to this, like Dead to Rights 2 and things like that. But I did like the game. It's really fun. It is a third-person shooter. But yeah, you get far into it. It's cool. Really cool game. One of my most favorite platformers. Not my favorite, but a great platformer that was on the PlayStation 2 only. It was God of War. I mean, you were creative, so you just kick everything out of the way. It is bloody. It is great. It is. I mean, you're like a Greek god or whatever. I think it is Greek or Roman or something. But I mean, you just slaughter everything in your path, and some of the finishing moves in here are crazy. I mean, you rip like God's spines out. It's a lot of fun. Really great time. And I mean, you want to get some anger out in a legal way. There you go. But this game is insane. I got it for only $3, and it's well worth it. The story was fantastic. Gameplay's fantastic. Let's see another. No, I wasn't given this game. I bought it. Bought this a long time ago, and this is Aerial Assault. Now this was a computer game that no one really. I mean, I was liked, but there was a lot of other better ones out there too at the time. So it was kind of cast aside. But I was glad to get this on the PlayStation 2 because I don't know what happened to it, but I used to have a network adapter disc for the PS2. It was like that kind of came with it, and it showed you like this demo of this game, and I had to have it. It was super cool. And the gameplay is not the best, but it's fun to just fly around and shoot things. I'm like an old school style PC shooter in a way. It's third person, but it was a lot of fun. And I do recommend it if you have a chance to get it. Let's go with God of War 2. It's actually double discs for some reason. I don't know why, but maybe it says disc 2 special features. But no, I never got too far into this game because I wanted to beat the first one. I still have yet to beat the first one, but the second one I do like. It's kind of same mechanics and concepts. So. Not my favorite one of them, but Tony Hawk's Underground 2. I like the first one better, but I believe I sold it. And I had this one too on the Xbox, but I sold that as well, sadly. So I found this at a garage sale for $1. I picked it up, and it wasn't the best in my opinion. I didn't really care for the Underground series that much. I'm more a Pro Skater guy. But it did have some fun missions. You got to be Bam. You're like you're just doing these crazy stuff. You spray paint things. You ride you can get off the board, which was a good factor. You can actually get off the board and walk, which is awesome. Because that was kind of like my gripe with the Pro Skaters. But Underground 2, it's fun, and I only got it for $1. So another one here, True Crime Streets LA. I like it. It's a third-person cop shooter. You're the good guy, which is kind of fun. I'd rather be the bad guy though. But yeah, it's fun. It's like a GTA style, just flipped and role reversal. Manhunt 2. This is the sequel to Manhunt, which I have on the Xbox, and I love the Manhunt series. This one was a lot harder than the first Manhunt, and I think I like the first one a little bit better, but the second one did not disappoint. Still a great game, still crazy. I cannot believe they made a game like this. And I think it was the same concept in that it's like a new, I don't know if he got his mind wiped or whatever again, but just crazy game. Get out of jail, or you're not in jail. You're an experiment in a secret research facility. That was it. You just gotta come up with ways to get out and be a mass serial. I don't know what he is, but he's insane, and it's awesome. So yeah, if you haven't, Daniel Lamb. I mean, it's got a really cool. They did a really cool job with the cover and then an instruction book in there too. So I just props to that. We'll go with a game I was given, NHL 2002. I don't like NHL that much, but this is a fun game. And I like my sports games occasionally, so this is a good game to have. What's this? Oh, Grand Theft Auto 3. This was the first one. This was the one that really impacted. Like, wow, can take it 3D. This is the first one to do that. And it was a lot of fun. But after playing San Andreas and Vice City, this one's kind of hard to go back to. But yeah, it's fun. It has its nostalgia factor. Okay, I'll save it for last. Jack 3. I was given this game. I played the first one a long time ago, and I sold it. I liked it. It wasn't that great though. But the third one I thought was really cool. They added a driving mechanic to it. There's just a lot of different things that it's a lot of fun. It's a really good platformer by Naughty Dog, who did things like the Crash games. They did the beginning Crash games, which I love. And then this wasn't as good as Crash, but I mean it had some cool effects to it. A good sci-fi game, and you're like, what is Jax? I don't know. He's got him and his ferret friend or whatever that dude is. But really cool. A lot better than the second one too. All right, another football game, but Blitz the League. This game is awesome. You can control your football team, and you can like juice them and like dirty hits. The second one I thought was a little bit better gameplay-wise, but the first one still is awesome in that you can just do all this crazy stuff, and I mean, like it says, win at any cost. But I love getting a team together and running through a franchise and just juicing people and trading people, and you know, the dirty hits are awesome because they didn't do this in the second one. They'd break the bones and they'd show you, and then you'd have to like sit there and try to needle it in, but it was like give them the steroid, but it's still a crazy game, super fun. I'll save the last two for the least. My favorite game on the PS2, I know it's not going to be like everybody's, but I have so many memories of this. Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex. This was the one that came after Naughty Dog kind of left it. It was Konami and Universal Interactive, but they did a fantastic job of this game. I loved it. The level design was perfect. The graphics were crystal clear. The gameplay stayed pretty true to the old ones in a sense, but with just new hyped graphics. And they added a couple things that I really liked. And I played through this game twice, and it never got to like 100% with all the crystals and all that. But I always go back to this game. I love this game to death, and it's my second favorite to Crash 2. The Cortex Strikes Back, and then this one. But this game is incredible. I love the Crash, and after this, Crash went downhill. There's not a Crash game I liked after this, but this one was fantastic. My final game here, got a 5.0 and 5.0 back when GamePro did the fun factors. But Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, this is my favorite skating game of all time. The goals in here were fantastic. The mechanics, they're actually riding the skateboard, were great. The best Pro Skater they ever came out with. 2 was after that, but 4 was my favorite. The soundtrack is incredible. You can play as like a ton of people. Burnquist, Campbell, oh my god, what else I'm trying to think? I'm trying to read too. It's been a while. I mean, of course, Tony Hawk, Costner back then, yeah. I forgot the girl in here too. I forgot her name, but she's in there. And then, oh my god, why can't I think of these people? But anyway, no, this game is fantastic, and I played through. I had 3 different careers going on, and I came very close to beating it. I think I was 2 goals away. But I mean, this game is fantastic. It's super fun. There's not really too much to it, but it's super fun. So that is my PS2 collection. Thank you for watching. Take it easy.